Hello, awesome scholars. It is I once again. In this video, we're going to talk about the amniotic egg and all of its components. I know we just completed a laboratory assignment wherein we examined the physical characteristics of the egg as well as some of the biochemical components, and we actually labeled and drew the egg in the lab notebook and discussed some of the functions, but I want to provide you with at least one more resource to ensure that you understood the egg in its entirety. Now, the first part we're going to talk about is the shell here, which surrounds the outer portion of the egg. And basically, the shell is made of calcium. And remember that it is gas permeable, but water impermeable. So what that means again is that gas is allowed to pass in and out of the shell, but water cannot. Now, right here in the middle, we have this nice developing embryo here. Surrounding the embryo is a membrane called the amnion. And basically what its function is to pretty much protect the developing embryo. Now, inside of the amnion is the amniotic fluid, which provides the embryo with a stable fluid environment. Now, coming from the mouth of the embryo, if you will, so if you can imagine it as a mouth region, coming from the mouth is the yolk, and some people refer to it as a yolk sac or the yolk. And basically what the yolk does is basically provides food and nutrition for the embryo as it grows and develops. Now here is the allantois, and the allantois is pretty much, as we mentioned, was like the porta potty of it. It serves as like a waste receptacle for any waste that are produced by the developing embryo. Now, surrounding the embryo, the yolk, and the allantois is the chorion. And basically what the chorion does is provides an overall enclosure for the developing embryo. Now here we have an air pocket right there. And what this air pocket does is it just provides an internal buffer for the embryo against any external environmental conditions. And even though it's not illustrated here, on the inside of the shell is something called an inner shell membrane. And what the inner shell membrane does is just one more layer of support for the actual developing embryo. So that pretty much covers the main parts of the egg that you are required to know. As always, any questions, please see me during flex or tutorial, or feel free to email me. Have a good one.